inning as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He hits Jermaine Kearse. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Now Wilson on second down. It's complete to Lockett. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. And now back out comes the offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Would it be
It's safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball.
Looking for Barnage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. The grab made by Kurz over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? Be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And that'll be incomplete. The corner from Compton, Mr. Sherman getting the hand in there to knock that one away.
And what a path of his to where he is right now. From Compton to Stanford, was a wide receiver at Stanford before flipping around, becoming a defensive back. Lightly drafted. Remember, he went late in the draft for them and has turned into one of the best ones out there. I think his ability to be close on the play and it has such great timing right at the end to get in there and knock balls away. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And this is a spot late in the clock, near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 2nd down, Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin in the final set. From the gun, Bridgewater. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned it. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Caught, left side, it's Barnage. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So here now the old Wiley veteran, 13th year in the league, Donnie Jones, to punt it away. Back deep. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had the feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate because that was really unexpected.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. And before the snap here, we've got a timeout by the offense. It's their first of this first half, and they'll get to